Shalom. Before I begin this video, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Ruach. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well to this day. And also shalom to the whole elect that is continually pushing his word and also pushing his truth to the other members of the whole elect in all faith, truth and sincerity, and all charity. Now, the topic of this video is going to be entitled, "The Sword is Still Being Sharpened." Okay? The sword is still being sharpened. Okay? And the reason why I titled this video in this way is because, you know, the politicians are trying to open up the economy once again, and also as well, the current president, Donald Trump, is or should I say, he made a statement that it's time for the people to get back to work. Okay, in which they're going to attempt to open businesses back up, and the people still don't realize that from the time that the shutdown happened concerning society, when the society was completely shut down, you know, you have businesses that were closed because of this, and you had the military or the authorities get involved as far as patrolling the certain edicts that were put down. Guess what? That's in preparation for the coming martial law. All right, because remember, these higher ups of Esau, these elites, so-called elites, which are the banking families of the nation of Edom, in which the Edom or the Edomites, that's the true biblical nationality of the so-called white man. All right, their agenda that they have set is to have complete control, and that's going to be by way of the sword. All right, because this man has been blessed with the sword, and he's going to use that blessing. Okay, because Edom was set up to be the Lord's sword. Okay, you can find that in the book of Psalms, which Lord's will, I'll get that here in a little bit. So Esau being given the blessing of the sword, and him also being used as the Lord's sword, right? That's what's going to be brought down in society. Okay? That sword is still being sharpened to this very day. Okay? And it's going to be handled. It's going to be handled. It's going to be used on the people that are residing here, man. All right? And really, that sword is targeted at the people of the Lord. Okay? Who are the Israelites, which consist of primarily you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. But really, the average everyday Israelite that you see walking down the street that don't know the nationality and don't have the knowledge of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, they're done for. All right, they're gone. Okay, the higher ups of Esau really doesn't care about what happened to the average everyday Jake. You know, but really, their main targets are the prophets. All right, the prophets of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. That's the real target. That's the real enemies that the higher ups are looking to take down. Okay, because in 2020, the most dangerous weapon that is against these devils is truth. All right, and the ones who have been mainly pushing truth, according to the Bible, are the prophets. Okay, So when the sword comes down upon the nation of Israel, all right, 2/3 are going to be collateral. All right. It's like it. Right. So 2/3 of our people are going to be collateral. All right. In efforts to put the members or one of the members of the elect to death. Why? Because they realize that prophecy is in effect. Okay. So it's only a matter of time before Esau really starts using that sword to its fullest potential, which again, that's why it's being sharpened. All right. Because when a sword is sharpened, it's sharpened for the so that sword can cut clean through whatever it is that is intended to be put towards. Okay, just like sharpening a knife. You know, you sharpen a knife for the purpose of cutting straight through something without effort. You know, with little effort. Okay, so same thing when Esau, when that sword is completely sharpened, it's going to be little to no effort when Esau starts using that sword. All right, it's going to make a clean slaughter. So I'm going to go ahead and jump to the precepts. And by the way, that's why I put up this picture here at the beginning of the video concerning one of the Oppenheimers, Robert Oppenheimer, made a statement that he's saying that he has become death, the destroyer of worlds. And that's Esau. All right, Esau is death. Okay, he's the sword, man. The Lord is using that sword against or he's going to be using that sword against 2/3 of our people for the purpose of destroying 2/3 of our people. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump to the precepts I have here, and also Slakia. Let me do this here. Interrupted. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 6, verse 4. It says, "And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword." Right? So this horse that went out, which was red, all right, this horse represents Esau or Edom, since the horse is red. Because if you go into the word Edom, that word Edom means Adawam, which means red. Okay, that's what Esau's name was changed to. It was changed to Edom. Why? Because he was red all over like a hairy garment. Okay, and that horse represents power. Okay. So it says, "And there went out another horse that was red," all right, which is Esau, okay, which is the powers that be today that are in rulership. It says, "And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword." Right, so that sword comes in the form of their military might, which goes into their weaponry and the utilities that they use for the purpose of declaring warfare. Okay, and that's all this man ever knows is the sword. Okay, so he's going to use what he knows best when all hell breaks loose. Okay, is it on that? I want to go ahead and jump to Ezekiel chapter 21. This is at verse 9. It says, "Son of man, prophesy and say, Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter." All right, so that sword is being sharpened to make a sore slaughter. Like I mentioned before, how the sword, when you sharpen a sword or you sharpen a knife, you do that so that it can be used with little or no effort when you're using it. Okay, So that's why when it is sharpened, it's going to make a sore slaughter. And it also says it is furbished, reading on, that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? So that's no, man. All right? Because you see, these people have been making mirth for years and years, man. Even though you have the prophets that are out prophesying, showing you these things are to come, but yet the people still the people are still in a mirth-filled spirit. All right, and see, because now nobody's laughing, nobody's partying now. Why? Because now judgment is starting to reign on the earth. Okay, and guess what? It's gonna get worse before it gets better. Okay, you know, people may think that in their security that they're okay, that everything's gonna be fine. No, man, it's only gonna get worse, and that sword is gonna continue to be sharpened. All right, and it's gonna get used when the time comes. Okay, it says it is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? It contemneth the rod of my son as every tree, and he hath given it to be furbished, that it may be handled. All right, who's going to be handling that sword? Esau, Edom. Okay, the so-called white man. It says this sword is sharpened, and it is furbished to give it into the hand of the slayer. All right, who is the slayer? Esau. Okay. Cry and howl, son of man, for it shall be upon my people. All right, Israel. Again, that's Israel is the main target. Okay, mainly the elect. All right. It says it shall be upon all the princes of Israel. Terrors by reason of the sword shall be upon my people. Smite therefore upon thy thigh. Okay, that's it on that. Now I want to grab Psalms. Psalms chapter 37, verse 12, if I'm not mistaken. It's like it, verse 14. It says, the wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be of upright conversation. Right, and the wicked, who is Esau, all right, Malachi chapter 1. It says the wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy. And who's the poor and needy? Israel. Okay? The Israelites. And to slay such as be of upright conversation. Now, the ones who are upright conversation right now are the elect of the nation of Israel. Okay? And the 1/3. Because 2/3 right now to this point in time, they're not upright in conversation. And they won't be upright in conversation until the kingdom is established. All right? That's the only time when all Israel is going to be righteous. But until now, only the elect stands in that lot of being the righteous. Okay? All right, that's it on that. Now I want to grab Deuteronomy 32. See, Deuteronomy 32, verse 20, I believe 25. Okay. So Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 25 says, the sword without and terror within shall destroy both the young man and the virgin, the suckling also with the man of gray hairs. See? Now, this happened once before with 7 AD, when we were persecuted and driven out of the land of Israel. So guess what? That same event and that same I'll call it like that, the same event, because I can't find another word. That same event, which happened back in 7 AD, or should I say occurrence that happened back in 7 AD, guess what? You're going to have something that's going to be indicative to that's going to happen here in America, but guess what? It's going to be even more worse than what it was in 70 AD. All right? Again, that sword is sharpened. So the time to come is not going to be compared to what's going on, the times we're coming in the very near future. It's not going to be compared to what happened back during the time of the Roman Empire. All right? Now, continuing on, and actually I believe that's it on that. Let me read it again. Verse 25, it says, "The sword without and terror within shall destroy both the young man and the virgin, the suckling also with the man of gray hairs." Okay, that's it on that. I want to go ahead and jump to let's see, you want to go to Nahum. Nahum chapter 3, verse 3. It says, "The horseman lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear, and there is a multitude of slain, and a great number of carcasses, and there is none end of their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses." Okay? Alright, so it says here, the horseman lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear, which again goes into the military. And that's what's going to be used to control the masses. All right? They can do that at any point in time right now, but really, it's a surgical strike, because what's being done right now is what you call gradualism. All right? You add a certain situation, or you add a certain point, for lack of a better term, to where the people get used to it. They get used to the way of living, and then you keep adding on more and more until eventually it becomes commonplace. And that's what you see taking place right now, because now people getting used to no contact conversations, or not only that, but just, people. You see people walking around with masks on. That's going to become commonplace, man. All right? And that's if these higher ups of Esau allow it to continue in this way. And I wouldn't see why they wouldn't want that. All right? I wouldn't see a reason why they wouldn't let go of this golden opportunity to enact their agenda by using this situation that's going on right now. But again, prophecy has to come to pass. All right, so going on from there, I want to get 2nd Ezra chapter 15. Alright, 2nd Ezra chapter 15, I'm starting at verse 16. It says, actually, I'm starting at verse 15. It's like at 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands." Right. So it's going to be every man for himself in that day. Okay. Verse 16 says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power." And that's right. So with this being done, when the people take matters into their own hands, that's going to be a calling for control. All right. And that control is going to come by way of once again, is going to come by way of the other military. All right. So that's it on that. Now I want to grab 2nd Ezra chapter 16. and go all the way down to 72. Start at verse 70. It says, for there shall be in every place in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. Now it's talking about the nation of Israel. Okay. Verse 71. It says, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. Okay. Verse 72 said, for they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. See? So it's going to be a great insurrection, which insurrection, you go into that word insurrection, it means a rising up or right. So it means a rising up against something. All right. So what they're going to be rising up against is, or who they're going to be rising up against is Israel. Okay. And it also says they're going to be like madmen, sparing none. And they are going to be like madmen. They're going to go back to that vicious, bloodthirsty demeanor that they always possessed. All right. Because see, when these devils get down, man, they're going to show you their true colors. Okay. They're going to show you what they're really about. They're going to show their horns, man. Okay. It says they're going to be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. And they're going to show you how much they hate you, Jake. They're going to show you how much they hate Israel. Okay. Because right now, they may smile at you. They may, give you some encouraging words, this and that, and try to be, friends with you. But when it comes crunch time and when all hell breaks loose and shit hits the fan, then they'll show you how much they care about you. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and end it off on that note. Lord's will is edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. Until next time, once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well to this day. Shalom, peace and safety, and salutations to the hopeful elect that's plowing in his work, giving you due diligence to make your calling and election sure, and faith and truth and sincerity and all charity. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.